after we saw the plans, it was really hard not to see this vision of the garden every time we looked out the window. Straight away, within a few days, we were talking about designs. A few days after that, we were looking at designs. And then we were talking budgets and getting dates in the diary. LPC have helped us use our house, use every single bit of it. When you feel like you're running out of space because there's kids' toys everywhere, they just come out here and they've got loads of space to play. It's safe and we can see them from our kitchen and it's just amazing. I'm Jess and I am a HR manager. We moved into our new build home in 2022 and it was literally just lawn. The kids couldn't play in it and we were a little bit like, oh, what do we want to invest in our garden so that we can have more family time? And we got Jeff over to kind of lay out some plans, and after we saw the plans, it was really hard not to see this vision of the garden every time we looked out the window. It was extremely easy. Jeff responded straight away. Within a few days, we were talking about designs. A few days after that, we were looking at designs, and then we were talking budgets and getting dates in the diary. Our garden was a new build garden. We literally had 8 slabs in front of the patio doors and the rest was lawn. No topsoil underneath it, very uneven, and a bit of gravel around the sides, not very child friendly and very muddy and wet. We chose LPC based on the design service. We were really struggling to see a vision of what we wanted our garden to look like. So my husband and I had very different visions and we couldn't bring them to life together. So the design service really sold it for us so we could see a number of different versions of what our garden could look like before we actually committed to having it done. LPC have helped us use our house, use every single bit of it. When you feel like you're running out of space because there's kids' toys everywhere and they are literally dying to go outside and need to use that last bit of energy that they have, they just come out here and they've got loads of space to play. It's safe and we can see them from our kitchen and it's just amazing. When we saw the design for the first time, we were overwhelmed that our garden could actually look like that because it was quite dull and dead grass. I think we had the designs done in the spring, so it was very wet. And I guess seeing that vision come to life was just amazing, and knowing that the potential that the garden held was just, amazing. Especially we had 2 nooks behind the garages and Jeff had really brought those to life and turned them into a feature as opposed to it's a waste of space. So and they're probably used more than anything else in the garden. I think the obstacle that we almost didn't go with this service was the upfront payment of the design service. However, it paid dividends because we saw probably 10 versions of what our garden could look like within our budget, exceeding our budget, and kind of how we could grow it. So we actually had our garden done in 2 phases and Jeff worked within our budget. That was amazing. So had we not done that, I don't think we would have fully known the potential of what the garden had. We did it through Zoom. Jeff came a couple of times to look at the garden and do a little check on what was possible, all the work you can't see, so levelling out. And then he kind of explained what he would could do or what he thought might be nice. And I guess it gets you thinking about, oh, actually, that would be nice there, or that would be a really good seating area. When you don't have any of that and it's literally just a garden with turf, it's really hard to see where does the sun come in, where would we be sitting, where do we want to chase the sun into the evening. And I guess then Jeff was able to kind of tailor those seating areas to make the most of that sun. Jeff kind of put everything in there, like, what is your dream garden? What would you want it to look like? And then you see it and you're like, oh wow, and you can work out what your non-negotiables are and work in your budget. It's like, well, actually, we need to take this out, or we need to add this in, or this is going to really add value. You can kind of see it, and he does it whilst you're on the phone, on the Zoom call with him. And it was just amazing, yeah. How personable it was. I was really surprised that for such a large company, how personal everything was. Jeff responded kind of instantly. Anytime I was concerned about anything, or I say concerned, changed my mind. Nothing was a problem. At the last minute, I decided I wanted to add in a pergola. Wasn't an issue. We wanted it to match the existing pergola. Wasn't an issue. And all of these things were decided a day or two before they were actually done. So it was good that the team worked with us if we had any last minute changes that were doable. Not sure there is anything that they could have done differently. I mean, the team spent probably a few days here in the winter when we had phase 1 done, and a few days here this spring, and both times were amazing. They worked through really frosty, snowy conditions in the winter, and didn't even know they were here. Literally, they cleared up. It was amazing. So I'm not sure there's anything they could have done any better. The important features for me were to make sure that we could make the most of the garden. So, and working with the existing furniture we had, making sure that it was child friendly and that it would grow with us as our children grow. So, having the lawn area, making sure there was a planting area for plants, flowers. That was really important to us to make it feel like a garden, and designated seating area which does follow the sun throughout the day, but also an area where we could kind of use throughout the year. So the pergola for us in the little nook behind the garage was really a great idea because we use that pretty much all year round. We had lighting put in there. Yeah, it's amazing. And hopefully, in time, a hot tub. The favourite part of the garden for me has got to be the pergola, without a doubt. The kids love it in there. We've put a little swing in there so we can use it for the kids. My son loves going in there. He's named it his house. So yeah, we have to knock before we go in there, but it's just a really lovely area in the summer evenings to kind of just relax. You're away from the house, and yeah, it's really tranquil. Wish we had it done for the summer that we had moved in, because we would have really enjoyed it. But we have had 2 great summers and some good spring days as well. I think we even had some autumn hot days last year in October, which was random, but yeah, we were lucky enough to be able to come out here and just enjoy. If I knew then what I know now, I would be saying just do it, don't waste any time and get it done. I mean, we moved in here in 2022, we lost a summer, and we then had the garden done in the winter just after Christmas. And so we gained that spring and summer. We had a few hot days in the spring. I wish we'd done it sooner, as soon as we moved in, because that summer we just felt like we just couldn't use the garden. throughout the rain, throughout the sunny days, whatever it was, it just did not feel safe. It didn't feel like you wanted to be in there. It was wet, it was dry, you didn't want to cut the grass. So yeah, I wish we'd just done it sooner. The team explained every single day what they were doing and what they were hoping to finish on, and then before they left they'd explain, right, this is what we've done today, tomorrow we're going to be doing X. So we knew every day when they were here what they were working on. Timescales for us were incredible. I think phase 1, despite the treacherous weather in the winter, I think we literally overran by one day, half a day in fact. It was amazing. I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be much longer than that. And phase 2 was all completed within a couple of days, and I literally saw the transformation before my eyes and just couldn't believe it. I'd like to say thank you to the team, everyone involved, from Jeff to all of the team. They were just amazing. Nothing was too much trouble. Didn't even realise they were here. They were so polite. They cleared up probably better than I could have done. And yeah, just amazing throughout. Just a really, really lovely team of people. They really worked well together, and they just had a really lovely relationship between them. So it was a real pleasure to work with them. Yeah, they were incredible. They didn't ask for anything. They worked through really, really cold, wintry days, and I was even saying to them, are you sure you want to be working for it? And they were like, no, we've been through worse. It was just, they didn't complain, they just got on with it. And then even we had this spring when they came to the garden this time, it was really hot, and they just worked through it. There was no complaining. They were here on time, and they just worked through. Yeah, really amazing service, really good hard work ethic.